Hello and welcome to WHSH TV. I'm Dale Elliott. With me is Evan Russell. Coming up on today's show, we will find out about a series of job fairs coming to Daviess County for those looking for work. The Daviess County Economic Development Corporation is sponsoring the event, and over 23 employers from the area will be on site with great opportunities. Plus, the Daviess County Museum and Historical Society is hosting another Basketball Memories Roundtable event this Sunday. We will get you on the details.
In sports, the girls' basketball state finals are set for tomorrow in Indianapolis. A local team will be competing at Bankers Life, and we will discuss next week's boys' sectional matchups, which kick off on Tuesday.
All that and much more. It's Friday, February 28th, and you're watching WHSH TV. The Daviess County Museum and Historical Society will be hosting another Basketball Memories Roundtable discussion this Sunday at the museum. This is a biannual event to bring back some of great memories from the past tournaments and gear everyone up for the sectionals, which kicks off next week. We went to the museum this week to find out more about the plans for Sunday's event.
Well, the Daviess County Museum started this program 4 years ago on the Basketball Roundtable. Doug Doherty was our president at that time, and I think even Don Spillman and some of the other people came up with an idea, hey, let's have a roundtable. And it was basketball time, and we got together with a number of 1950s, a decade of 50s basketball players, and it just really went over as a tremendous success. And then we did one the next year with the 60s, and this year we're doing from 1965 to 1969. We have a tremendous selection of memorabilia. We have just about everything from every school that ever participated in the Washington sectional. I was telling my friends the other day, you've got to come here and see, because the museum is looking like a Basketball Hall of Fame. Okay, our MC this year is going to be Doug Doherty. He's done it for the last 3 years, and he does a tremendous job with the questions. We have Woody Clymer, graduated in 1968, coming from Florida. We have Doug Worrell from Texas. He went to the University of Houston and played Division I ball, and those guys are representing Washington High School. From Bar Reeve, we have Mark Smith, graduated in 1967. From the Lagodi area, we've got Steve Brett coming in. He not only played there, he coached Lagodi, and he's coached other schools in southern Indiana. He'll be a great asset. We have Danny Edwards. Now, Danny graduated in the early 60s, but Danny Edwards is the son of the famous radio broadcaster here in Washington, Joe Edwards. And Danny has a lot of stories to tell. He sat on the sidelines with his dad for many years and did play at Washington Catholic. Also from WC, we have Mike Wichman, Bill Babrick from the North Davis area, and also Plainville, we have Steve Fisher. Steve is in the Hall of Fame as an official in basketball. From the Otwell area that played on the 1969 team that was tremendous, that played the North Davis team, is Rick Fears, and Rick is bringing along his coach, Andy Anderson. Andy's 85 years old, chops wood, and drives a dump truck. Okay, it's absolutely open to public. There is no charge. I will say that we do have a donation box downstairs for those who like to give. It is going to be held this Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Doors open at 1. Get here early. Limited seating. We have about 100 chairs available. And we're located here at 212 East Main Street in Washington, Indiana. I'm just really pleased with everything that goes on here at the museum. If you've not been here, it's clean projects. Our director is Becky Krimpt. She has a committee, and a lot of people are, and everything's donation. The people that help out here. I personally My favorite part is the model trains downstairs. The front window is mine, and we change that from time to time, but there's everything from local lore to military, school, memorabilia, Abraham Lincoln, just on and on and on. You've got to come to appreciate what we have here in Davis County.
The doors open at 1 p.m. Sunday, and the program starts at 2 p.m. at the museum in downtown Washington. If you cannot attend in person, the program will be featured live on Memories 107.9 Sunday afternoon. The Davis County Economic Development Corporation will be hosting a series of 3 job fairs in Davis County to help those looking for work. The job fairs will be in Washington, Montgomery, and Odin. We spoke to Brian Niehoff and Jill Campbell to find out more.
So these job fairs really came up to us when we were out conducting a few what we like to call BRE visits, so business retention and expansion. So we were meeting with a few of our employers here in Davies County, and what we noticed was a constant recurring theme that everyone has open positions, right? And we actually heard it from a few of our employers that we talked to. Hey, it would be fantastic if we just had a common job fair, right, where various employers can come and talk about the open positions they have and bring some prospects in. So after hearing that a few times, we put our heads together, worked with our board of directors, and thought that was a service we wanted to offer to our membership and something we wanted to dive into. So that exact point, workforce, right? So workforce, and it's not just Davies County, right? This is a statewide challenge. The state has one of the lowest unemployment rates it's had for quite some time. We're tied for one of the lowest unemployment rates in the state. We're below the state's average. The state's at about 3.2. Last I checked, Davies County's at about 2.5. So workforce is a big challenge, finding folks to fill the jobs that these prospects are bringing in. So this is certainly a short-term effort to try and fill some of those jobs that are currently open, but it'll also be a testament to those prospects that we're working with. Hey, we do have an available workforce here, and the quality of our workforce is unmatched. So what you'll find at these job fairs is a variety of different employers. So we have a few, and I'm not going to name all of them, but I want to say there's over 20, right, Jill? 23
that are participating in all 3.
Yeah, 23 employers that are participating in all 3 events we're having, which is fantastic. And Jill has been running point on this entire event for us, coordinating, pulling together all of the details, working with the companies. We're very appreciative, and it's really had a good response, right?
Yes, we've had a great response from employers and potential employees.
Yeah. So at this job fair, you will find over 20 employers that either have positions that are open, want to tell you maybe a bit about their company, or those that may have a few positions open down the road. Not at all. It is not too late. Get a hold of Jill here. She will be able to point you in the right direction. She'll be able to get you set up. And no, it does not cost anything. This is our first time doing this job fair. So we wanted to try it out. Like I said, offer this as a service to our membership and beyond. Not just to our membership exclusively, but beyond to the business community here in Davies County. So no, it doesn't cost anything. No, it's not too late. Get a hold of us. We'll help you out.
All right. When and where will these events be held?
Jill, you want to take it from here?
Sure. We have 3 separate events scheduled. The first one will be on March the 12th at the East Side Community Park Building here in Washington. The second one is scheduled for March the 18th. It will be at the Montgomery-Ruritan Building. And the third is going to be March 26th at the Odin Community Building in Odin. All 3 events are scheduled for the same time, 4 to 6 p.m.
All right. And the last question is, who can they contact for more information?
Contact Jill.
That would be me.
Yep.
They can contact me at 812-254-1500, or feel free to reach out to me by email at jcampbell@dcedc.net.
So
Around 25 businesses are expected to be at the hand at each job fair. For more information, contact the Economic Development Office at 812-254-1500. This week has been designated as National FFA Week across the country. The FFA chapter here at Washington High School has been busy doing some fundraisers and increasing awareness for the FFA program here on campus.
Hi. Hi, I'm Kinley Barber. I'm an FFA member here at Washington High School. What is FFA? FFA is an organization here at school that stands for the Future Farmers of America. Why did I join FFA? I joined FFA because I've grown up on a farm my whole life, and my dad was in FFA, which really encouraged me to join. What is FFA Week? FFA Week is a time for the kids in the chapter to get the word out and raise awareness about what we do throughout the school. How does FFA Week promote the program? It promotes the program by just getting the word out to other students and hopefully encouraging them to join. What is the overall goal of this week? The overall goal of this week is really just to get the word out, just like the other question, and just hopefully get more kids to join, since especially we're just now starting our chapter, and so hopefully more kids can join and be a part of this organization.
Today is the final day for FFA Week. We salute all those involved with the program here at WHS. The WHS Golden Pride Winter Drumline had a successful weekend last Sunday in Noblesville. The drumline finished with a first place in competition. We spoke to Jaden Jones with the drumline to find out more.
Hey, I'm Jay Jones. I'm a senior here. I'm the drumline captain of the Washington High School drumline, and I play tenors. So when I started in 7th grade, I played saxophone. Then I played saxophone for 8th and 9th grade. And then in 10th grade, we started our winter indoor percussion, which goes in the winter time while marching band is in the summer. And I would play bass drum, and then I moved to snare, and now I've been playing tenors for 2 years. So last weekend we were in Noblesville, and to our surprise we got first at our competition, which was kind of crazy because the weekend before we got 7th. So now that we got first, it's been pushing everybody to do their best. So there's about 50 people in drumline. It ranges from 7th to 12th grade. There's about 9 7th graders and 3 12th graders. And if you want to join drumline, you have to be in a music class. So either band or applied music, and it's too late to start now, but next year there'll be a call-out meeting about halfway through the year, and then that's how you can go. Hey,
Great job to all the students involved with the drumline, and congratulations to Mr. Hagan and Mr. Roney for the win. Coming up out of the break, Evan Russell will have a brief look at your weekend forecast. Stay tuned. You are watching WHSH TV.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
I'm Alan Brown. I'm the Washington City Council President for this year. On the second and fourth Monday of each month, WHSH Broadcasting is going to be streaming live the Washington City Council meeting at 6:30 p.m. So please tune in, or you can also watch it later at WHSH Broadcasting. So go to YouTube, look them up, hit the little subscribe button, and then the little bell so it reminds you when we come on live.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Hi, I'm Evan Russell from WHSH TV. Your current conditions have a chance of sprinkles before 2 p.m., then a chance of showers mainly after 3 p.m., and then cloudy with a stay temperature around 37. West wind 8 to 11 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is at 30%. And then tonight, you have a chance of rain, snow showers before 8 p.m., cloudy during the early evening, the gradual clearing with a low around 21, then northwest winds 7 to 9 miles per hour, with a chance of precipitation for 40%. Then Saturday, you're going to kick off sunny with a high near 42, which is going to be great weather for what we've been used to having. Then northwest wind 6 to 8 miles per hour. Saturday night, It's going to be mostly clear with a low around 32 and the south wind 5 to 9 miles per hour. Then Sunday, it's going to be partly sunny with a higher near of 61, so bring out those shorts. Southwest wind to 10 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. And that has been your weekend outlook on WHSH.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
The Washington High School Beta Club is conducting a big fundraiser for Habitat for Humanity. It will be an overnight event as we learn more from Faith Dalton.
The event is the Habitat for Humanity overnight thing. It is February 28th and 29th. Time is 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. the next day. It is at the junior high gym. Our Beta Club is hosting the Habitat for Humanity. We actually had a bake sale at the high school games, 2 of our high school games, and we raised money for the Habitat for Humanity event. And then the event is just a way for the high schoolers to kind of enjoy it. This is our second year for high school. We actually did it my sophomore year, and then we skipped last year.
I am doing Habitat for Humanity, and in my group is JD Dant, Daily Divine, Jessica Hart, and Sydney Melton.
I'm in Beta, and I'm doing the Habitat for Humanity project.
Hi, I'm Isaac Mozingo, and I'm doing Habitat for Humanity with the Beta Club. My group is myself, Jane Meredith, Brian Martinez, and Keegan McDaniel.
Hi, I'm Gunnar Jones. Hi, I'm Luis Abuego. Our house will be based off a castle.
The event to raise awareness for the local Habitat for Humanity is set for this weekend. A big diversity fair is coming back to WHS. Sodexo is once again sponsoring the event, which is coming March 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. in the junior high gym. We spoke to one of the organizers, Rose Wilson, about what is planned for this day.
I'm Rose Wilson. I'm the Director of Facilities Operations here at Washington Community Schools, working for Sodexo. We are hosting a diversity fair on March 4th, which is next Wednesday, in the junior high gym from 4 to 7. The Diversity Fair is going to be sponsored by Sodexo and the International Culture Club. So we're going to have lots of different food and lots of different cuisines from all different countries. We're going to have Korean, Chinese, German, American, English, El Salvadorian, South American foods of all different kinds. So we're really excited about that. We're also going to have some students dressed up in costumes from their home cultures. We're going to have booths around the junior high gym that explain different traditions from other people's countries, and we're going to have students there to kind of talk about that. We're also going to have some different cultural games so that you can experience the games from different countries. And we're going to have some door prizes as well and a poster contest that will be judged at the event. So we're really excited about that too.
The event is free and open to everyone. Make plans to celebrate our rich diversity here in the community next week. The Washington Junior High conducted a blood drive this week at school. On Wednesday, teachers, faculty, students, and parents rolled up to their sleeves to give the gift of life to the American Red Cross. The school once again reached and surprised a projected goal. Great job to Mr. Arnold and the team at Washington Junior High on another successful blood drive. In our senior spotlight this week, we visited with Washington Hatchet senior Avery Wilkerson.
I'm Avery
Thanks.
Wilkerson. I'm a senior at Washington High School.
I'm going to Indiana University, which I've wanted to go to since I was a little girl. My whole family has gone to Indiana University, and it's always been a dream of mine. I'm probably going to major in English. I don't know for sure if that's what I'm going to do my whole college career, but I'm definitely going to pursue something that has something to do with English. Well, I'd like to really be a social media manager for a company like in a big city. I'm in student council. I've been in student council all 4 years. I've also been in advanced choir and soccer, and I think that's it. I've done all for 4 years. In college, I want to study abroad, preferably somewhere in Europe, and maybe be in the yearbook, student government maybe. My favorite class in high school, I've been in it for 2 years, is yearbook with Mr. Reed, and last year I just mainly worked on the ads, but this year I'm also co-editor, so I get to overlook and correct the whole book and make sure everything's good and all the pictures are where they need to be and the names are right. I've had a great time in high school, but I really don't think I'm gonna miss much.
Thanks, Avery, and best wishes for your future plans after high school. In today's movie review, Clint Ivey will once again give us his rating in the critics' chair on the movie Glass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 2 of Clint's Weekly Review. This week we will be reviewing the movie Glass, which was produced by M. Night Shyamalan. This week's review is going to be very different because I don't think this movie is really that good. This film is the third movie in Shyamalan's superhuman series following Split, which was released in 2016, and Unbreakable, which was released in 2000. Glass is about 3 men with superpowers who get locked in an asylum and are basically experimented on by the doctors there. The doctors attempt to break down these superhumans in many different ways so that they can learn more about them. Many other professional movie reviewers like myself would agree with me when I say this movie did not live up to the hype. The other 2 movies in this series were rated pretty well, whereas this movie has received terrible ratings. For instance, Glass has a 37% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.7 on IMDb, but their reviews are nothing compared to mine. This movie had way too many plot holes and twists that it just made this movie hard to watch. This movie legitimately hurt my head when I watched it because it was just way too ridiculous. Now it's time for the weekly rating. I give this movie a terrible 4.3 stars out of 10 because, quite frankly, it was just awful. Yes, this is my first bad movie review, so hopefully this goes down in movie history. But thank you guys for watching this week. I'm Clint Ivey, and this was your weekly review.
Glass is now available on Blu-ray and DVD. Coming out of the break, we'll have a more detailed look at the latest in sports with Brady Hill. You're watching WHSH TV.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
I'm Alan Brown. I'm the Washington City Council President for this year. On the second and fourth Monday of each month, WHSH Broadcasting is going to be streaming live the Washington City Council meeting at 6:30 p.m. So please tune in, or you can also watch it later at WHSH Broadcasting. So go to YouTube, look them up, hit the little subscribe button, and then the little bell so it reminds you when we come on live.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow!
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brady Hill with WHSH Sports. The Washington Hatchets will wrap up the regular season tonight with a road trip to Evansville Memorial to face the Tigers. Tip-off for the big game is set for 8 p.m. Next week kicks off the second season with the opening round of the IHSAA Boys Basketball Sectional. Washington will open Tuesday in the 3A Sectional against arch rival Vincennes. We visited with a couple members of the team to get their thoughts on the draw.
My name is Austin Gear. I'm Kyle Mann, and we're both seniors for the Washington Hatchets basketball team. Sectionals this year will be at Vincennes Lincoln High School, and our first game is next Tuesday against Vincennes, actually. And then if we win, we advance to the next round, play Pike Central on Friday. And then the championship game would be that Saturday, Kyle Mann. It would be Saturday, and we play the winner of Princeton and Sullivan. Sectional title for both of us in terms of basketball would be really boss, because I know both of us have won sectionals in other sports, him being tennis, me in soccer this year. But basketball being my favorite sport, I think this sectional title would mean a whole lot more. Yeah, like Kyle said, that'd just be so boss to go out there with my teammates and get the job done at Vincennes next week. So the first time we played Vincennes this year, we actually did lose, but we hope to come back from that. And with the addition of our original starting center, Trey Reed, back into the lineup, we hope that he can just give us that boost to get over the hump and hopefully come out with a dub.
The 3A Sectional will again be at Vincennes next week, with the regional and semi-state returning back to Washington at the Hatchet House the following 2 weeks. Tomorrow is the girls basketball state championship at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Southwestern Indiana is well represented with 2 area teams making the trip. The Lagodi Lady Lions will play for the 1A championship in Game 1 at 10:30 a.m. against Pioneers. Lagodi is making their first trip to state in girls hoops. In the 2A final game, Linton Stockton will be competing as they face off Frankton. Good luck to Lagodi and Linton at state tomorrow. The Indiana Hoosiers caved under pressure as they fell off to state rival Purdue last night at Mackey Arena 57-49. It's the second loss to their rival as they fell earlier to the Boilers on a special night at Assembly Hall with the return of former coach Bob Knight. The Hoosiers fall to 18-10 with the NCAA bid still in jeopardy, while Purdue improved to 15-14. The Indiana Pacers were winners last night at home on national television, dropping the Portland Trail Blazers 106-100. The Pacers will kick off a 5-game road trip tomorrow night in Cleveland. That's sports. Reporting for WHSH, I'm Brady Hill. We will be back to wrap up the news right after this.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to WHSH TV. Let's take a look at your extended weather forecast. Over here on the left, on the east side, we're going to have low cooling right around here going right through the Hoosier State, which means that it's going to have cold rain and cool winds. So make sure you bust out the fur coat and the Uggs out the closet. We're going to move over to the west coast right here. Hi, Callie. We're going to have clear right around here and nothing much. Then we're going to move to the central section where it's going to be clear and warm. And that's going to move all the way over so that we're going to have cool 50s and 60s on the weekend. So that way you can put the Uggs and the fur coat back and then you can wear your shorts. That has been your extended weather lookout on WHSH.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills? Check. Driver's license? Check. And a high school diploma. You got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey,
Of the hallway beat, Brock Thurman goes to the halls to find out the fellow students' biggest fears here at WHS.
All right, Dominic, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is a can of sardines.
What did he say?
All right, Daly, what's your biggest fear?
It's not being as cool as my brother, Daniel Ryan.
Yeah, she's not even close. What's your biggest fear?
Kayaks.
All right, Tori, what's your biggest fear?
Cruise ships. Fear.
All right, Brittany, what's your biggest fear?
Big pointy boats.
What's it with boats? All right, Mr. Alderman, what's your biggest fear?
Putting on a pair of wet socks.
They're stinky. All right, Jack, what's your biggest fear?
Not killing every animal on this side of 57.
Okay, you guys.
All right, Kyle, what's your biggest fear?
Clowns.
Got one right there, actually. Camera. All right, Gage Merriman, what's your biggest fear?
I don't know. Snakes.
All right, Quincy, what's your biggest fear?
Never being loved.
What's your biggest fear?
A real early death.
Nippy. All right, Addie, what's your biggest fear?
A camera.
Thank you, Brock. And you know, Evan, I gotta ask, what is your biggest fear?
Well, I am known to be a fearless man in my life, but one thing that always has terrified me since I was a kid has been spiders. I even thought I had arachnophobia at one point. How about you, Dalen?
It's probably clowns. That movie It had me shaking in my boots. Big shout out to the Washington Junior High Hour Club, and on behalf of our entire team here at WHSH on the campus of Washington High School, we would like to thank everyone for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week here on WHSH TV.